We've been talking about things. And I want somebody to understand, because in your story, you're going to have things. Somebody, though, has allowed their thing to be the totality of their story. The thing is kind of what you're known for. It's a segment that's part of your story that you can kind of say that was one of the highlights. It was a significant part. But I want to say to somebody, never allow something that was significant for that moment to continue to be significant for your lifetime. If just as I used in John chapter 5 last week, I talked about a man for 38 years, he was paralyzed. He could not get into the pool for healing. And I want to let somebody know that some of us are dealing with some traumatic things. Some of us just through this year has gone through some traumatic stuff that we may have allowed that thing to right now be resonant and living, or it's loud in your life right now. But I want to encourage somebody to not allow that thing that may be loud right now in your life to be the totality of your story. That's only a part of your life so that it could get you to your next chapter, so that you can have an experience, so that you can say, I've gotten through that, so that you can look back and see how God brought you through things. But some of us have allowed those things in life to be defined us of who we are. And so I want to encourage somebody, never allow the things that you are going through. My God, you're going to have several things, several different things that's going to live in your book. But could I say to somebody, don't allow the thing to cause you to be stuck in that chapter so long, or for people now to talk about your book, to talk about your story as if that is who you are, to define you. Maybe you was in a place where you was drug addicted. Oh, maybe you grew up in a family like I did, where your mother was on drugs, or a family member was on drugs, or you felt like there was no hope. Don't stay stuck there. There can be a change of a theme in your story. I grew up without a father, but here I am now a father. You know why? Because I changed some things in my story. Oh my God. I grew up in a family where my situation financially was not good. But as I was growing up, God allowed, and I was working with God. I put my faith together with some works, and now that thing of living in poverty, all of my teen years, I've begun to change that theme in my story. I'm determined that even before I check out, that my children's children will be able to say that their grandmother or great-grandmother or their grandfather and great-grandfather was able to change the theme of their family's financial legacy and lineage. Are you getting where I'm saying? Because I'm trying to move on, and this ain't a part of the message for today. But I want to say to somebody, don't allow a theme that is just a part of one chapter of your story to be the totality of your story. And so for this man, for 38 years, he lived off a theme. But oh my God, I want to talk about Yahshua today, because everywhere you find Yahshua in the text, you find him coming doing a new thing. You find him changing somebody's story. You find him changing things. And if you are of this broadcast today and you do not know him, throw up some comments. I want to see what folks got to say. If you're living a thing without him, then I want to introduce you to a God that's able to change the themes of your story. He's able to come in, and Corinthians says it like this. He's able to bring something that is new. And he's able to change the old and bring forth the new. It says it like this in 2 Corinthians 5:17. If anyone be in Christ, see, that's a change of theme. He changed the theme, and now your theme has been changed. If anyone changes the theme, and now you're in Christ, the old things are gone, and the new thing has come. It's time for you to change the theme. How you change some things in your life or in your story is by changing who comes in to your story. I want to talk to somebody who's ready to change some things of your life. Doesn't mean that you change. It just means the theme of sin and death and degradation and separation from your creator and from God changes. Woo! So that you can now have a theme where you can say, I'm a child of God. I'm a product of his righteousness. I am the righteousness of God. A new thing. I am a child of God. A new thing. And it doth not appear what I shall be, but I know that I shall be like him. It's a new thing. I want to encourage somebody, because you've come on and you've asked Jesus to be Lord of your life. You've asked him to change the theme of your story, and now you're coming on with a new thing, and now you're writing a new chapter of your book. Woo! And I want to encourage you today that when Jesus comes in, he does everything new. And as you're starting new, you start off with a new chapter. So today I want to talk about chapters. Just bear with me for a couple of moments, because I believe that it's a new day for a new chapter. Could I say, some people think you got to have a new beginning. I want to say to somebody, you don't need a new beginning. All you need is a new chapter. See, you're writing your book, your story's being written. You cannot go back to birth. You cannot go back to teen years. You can't go back to young adult years. Maybe you're in your midlife. Maybe you're in your older season of life. The winter of your life. The fall, the spring, whichever you are. I'm not advocating for you to start from the beginning. Some things you don't need to start from the beginning. But I want to encourage somebody that you can start a new chapter. And see, when you have chapters, a new chapter, you don't disqualify the other chapters that's already been written. You just start anew. You start with a new sense of something that has significance. The definition of a chapter means it's something that is a period of time during which a major or series of events take place. And so this is getting ready to be a new chapter where a major event or series of events is about to take place. So in other words, you're not doing away with what has been. All you're doing is adding on, but it's a new adding on. So that may mean a new perspective. It might mean a new way of thinking. It may mean new characters. It may mean new setting. It may mean a new plot. It may mean a starting over in some things. It may mean resetting some things. So you don't throw away all of what you've gone through in the previous chapters. You just have learned from those so that now, as you're beginning a new chapter, there will be some learning and some wisdom and some knowledge and some understanding. And matter of fact, you can see God in a new way, or allow God to do some things that you learned from your past chapters that now you can trust in God more. You can lean not unto your own understanding, but now in your ways you can acknowledge him in these chapters and let him direct the next chapters of your life and of your story. Could I say, Kiki, thank you, because when I just saw your name, what jumped up out my spirit is sometimes, even when you write a new chapter, you may feel uncomfortable. Hey, why? Because it's something new. Everything that's new will require some uncomfortability. It might require some things that you've never been down before. It may require you using different tools. You using different methods. You using different strategies. You seeing different perspective. And so I want to say to somebody that this is a new chapter in your book where you may feel uncomfortable. It's good. That's an indication that God is working a new chapter. There may be in this chapter some different faces. Stop calling folks your haters. See, sometimes we'll call them haters because you wasn't able to discern who they were in the last chapters of your life. But could I say to somebody, some of those people you now call haters was only characters in those chapters to get you to your new chapter. If Judas didn't get or do what he did in one chapter of Jesus's life, then there wouldn't be a new chapter called Resurrection Life. Oh, that's good right there. I got to buy my own video. If Jesus, or should I say, if Judas in one chapter of Jesus' life did not do what he did, then there would be no new chapter called Resurrection in Life. So some of us who are called haters, change that and just say they was used to get me to a new chapter. Oh my God, let me move on. Every book, listen to me, I'm teaching right now. Every book has chapters which indicates things don't remain the same. Let me say it again. Every chapter or every book has chapters. So in other words, you don't read a book and it's just one book. Every book has chapters to it. In other words, begin to live your life as if it's chapters. So yeah, you've had a chapter where it was a broken and bad relationship. You can have a new chapter. You've had a chapter where your finances were looking crazy. It's now time for a new chapter. You've had a chapter where God wasn't part of it, but now you're setting a new chapter where God is. Hey, PC here. Thanks for watching this video. Here's another video, and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment down below. Give on Givelify, type in Life Change Christian Church. Also tune in Facebook at Life Change Providence. We'll see you there.